Hi everybody, Heather here, and
Jackson.
well, Adults in Motion is definitely on break, just like the rest of the world. But that doesn't mean the fun has to be on a break too. So, Jackson and I have been doing lots of fun things at home, and one of those things, today, we are going to make applesauce. And we were wondering if all of you'd like to join along with us from home. So, if you'd like to follow along with our video, you can either pause, stop, rewind, whatever you want to do to follow along. If you have a parent or a friend at home that can help you, then you might be able to create some applesauce as well. If not, we'd love to have your company. So stay tuned.
Let's get started, Molly.
We're back here, and before we get started with anything, the first thing we have to do is what, Jackson?
Wash our hands.
You got it. So we're going to have Jackson show us how it's done. Are you ready, Jax?
Yes.
Okay, so first step.
Turn on the water.
Yep.
And try to choose the temperature that you would like.
Okay, and then what do you do?
Next, you make it wet. Then you get your soap.
Good job.
Then you lather on this for the time to say happy birthday twice.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Now what?
Now we rinse it off. Make sure to get all the soap off.
Step number 2.
Step number 2 is to gather our supplies. For that, we need to look at the recipe.
Oh, cool. Is this it?
Yes.
Okay. So it says we need 6 apples. Did you gather 6 apples for us?
Yes, I did.
Good. Put them back down. Awesome. And what's the next ingredient?
2 to 4 teaspoons of ground cinnamon.
Where's our cinnamon?
Oh, it's right here.
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, hey, look, it's very close to the paprika.
Right there.
Sometimes people might mistake the two when they're making things like applesauce. Not us. Not today. What's the next ingredient?
The next ingredient is a dash of salt. Our salt is right here.
All right, sweet. And then, is there one more thing squeezed in there?
Yes, water.
Okay.
Our water is in the sink right now, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll just get that when we need it.
Yeah.
What's the next supply? We need supplies, don't we?
We need a large pot. Look, here we got it.
Oh, sweet. You did a great job with that.
Next, we need a stovetop, which we have right here.
Oh, blessed. That is amazing.
Next, we need peelers. Here we go.
Oh, we got 2 kinds of peelers there.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we have this one and this one.
Okay, cool.
Next, we need a paring knife
Or
an apple slicer, which we have an apple slicer.
yeah, so it'd probably be safer for you to use that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next, we need a wooden spoon.
Bravo. Bravo.
Then we need a parent, a sibling, or a responsible friend. The assistant.
Oh, would that be me?
Yes.
Sweet.
And now we need teaspoons.
Okay, so does it look like we have everything we need?
Yeah, it does.
It didn't mention cutting board, but we have that as well, which is also important so that we don't ruin our family's countertops, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is that all we need for step 2?
Yes, we do. That's all we need.
Well, before we get started, I'm going to show you and remind Jackson as well how to peel an apple. So a lot of people want to pull it towards them like this. Don't do that. You want to push it away. So you're just going to get a little edge, and then you're going to push it away and peel the apple. Just like that. So they should come off in little strips.
Yeah.
And you just kind of peel away at the apple until you got the whole thing just with the white skin.
Yeah.
Think that's good, Jax?
Yeah.
Now,
Can I try one?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing you have to be really careful about is making sure that your fingers stay out of the way. See how my thumb is staying back here and I'm pushing forward? You got to make sure that you're keeping them your fingers safe, because those little blades there are quite sharp.
Yes, they are.
Thanks, Jax.
Now, can it be my turn now?
So after a little trying, we realized it was easier if you lay your apple down and use the cutting board and use that against it. And then just get any help from a parent if you need. Or a friend. What number are we on?
Number 4.
All right, sweet. What are we going to do for step number 4, Jax?
You're gonna grab your apple slicer or your pouring knife, and then you're gonna look at your peeled apple and push down, and then slice it like that.
Wow, good job.
And then to get the core out, you gotta pull it out like this.
Oh, be very careful. So we talked about this before. You hold the bottom. Good job. Now, if it gets stuck like this, it's not a big deal. You just ask a grown-up to help with taking it out because it's very sharp, right? Because look what it did to that apple. Can you take out that last little slice there?
Yes, I can.
All right. Now what do we do? Do all of them have all the seeds and everything out of them? And all the core?
No. So we gotta slice it. You gotta ask a grown up, like your dad or mom, to slice this part up. All the part that has like the old seed holders.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then what do we do after that? Are there any here that are good? Like this one looks pretty good. What do we do with this one when it's ready?
We put it in a large pot.
Awesome. What step are we on now?
5.
Cool. So step number 5 is make sure you've got your apples in the pot. Have we got them in there?
Yeah.
Cool. And then how much water do we need to add?
Exactly 2 cups.
And how can we tell that?
We can tell by going down to the line and looking at the 16 or the line that says 2 cups.
Oh, it says 2 cups, and the water, you look at it by making sure that your eye is level with the water, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Then what do we do, Jax?
Then you grab the water.
Yeah.
Then you pour it in the pot with the apples.
Awesome. And then what's next?
What's the next?
We need to turn on the stovetop to medium heat. So we're going to go over here, and you're going to get a grown-up or an adult or somebody who you trust, who's your assistant. The assistant is going to turn on the heat to about medium high. So on mine, I'm going to put it at about 7.5 to 8. And we are going to let that water get to a boil. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Is there any other steps that we have to do?
So we're going to start off with 2 teaspoons of our spice, which is cinnamon. So first, to get it perfectly amount, you need to get your breader knife and then slice it off perfectly to make it perfect. See?
Thanks, Jax. Okay, and then what do we do? We pour it into the...
We pour it in here.
Good. That's 1. And how many more?
Wait, it's not all. There we go. And now we need 1 more. Oh wait, that's not enough.
I'll assist you. Okay. Yeah, so scoop it in, get a little more. And then look, that one's perfect. So we skim it this way so it goes back into the cup. Can you hold it up a little bit more?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Okay, put it in there.
Here we go.
Well, looks like we've got some sleeping beauties over here. The one cat laying on top is Linda. The one underneath is our little Karen. We just got these beautiful Bango kittens, and they're having a cat nap while we are making applesauce.
So now that we got our cinnamon, our apples, and our water all in this large pot, now we're going to stir it with our wooden spoon to make it all...
Do you need to hold the handle with your hand to make sure that it's steady, the pot?
Yeah.
Good idea. Maybe hold your hand. Yeah.
Like this.
Excellent. Thank you.
You stir it all together to make...
All right. So now we're at step number 6. What's step number 6, Jackson?
So now that our water is boiling, so now we have to set a timer for 10 minutes.
Okay. Boiling. Can you tell it's boiling, Jackson?
You can see little bubbles or big bubbles popping up all the time.
So lots and lots of them, right?
Yeah.
And what do we want this to be? We want it to be a boil, or do we want it to be like maybe less bubbles, something called
Steamer.
simmer? You want to have it simmer. So we're going to turn down the heat, right?
Yeah. Get a grown-up.
So, yeah, so right now it's still 7.5, medium high. We're going to put it to like medium low to low. I'm going to put it at a 2. All right, Jackson, can you show us how to turn on the timer?
Yeah. So we do timer, and then do 1, 0, and then press start.
Cool. And then I guess in about 10 minutes we'll give it a stir.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Okay, Jackson. What number is this step?
We're at number 8.
And what do we do for number 8?
We gotta give our apples one last stir.
Good job.
Mm-hmm. And then you need to ask your assistant to turn off the stove, and then put the pot on.
I'll do that, sure. And then what do you want me? Then what would you like the assistant to do?
Put the put the pot on a different element that's not on. On.
All right. Thanks, Jackson. Then what do we have to do?
We gotta just wait
What are we waiting for?
for it to cool down.
Yeah, for the apples to cool down?
Yeah.
And so we can move on to step number 9. Ooh, some of those apples are already falling apart. They look perfect.
Yeah, we're at the second last step.
Okay, what's the second last step?
The second last step.
Are our apples cooled?
Yes.
Cool. I can tell.
So you can either use a fork to mash all the apples up,
Yeah, or what else? Do you think maybe
or you can use
a potato
masher.
Good. Or what are you going to use?
We're going to use an immersion blender.
All right. And who should be using the immersion blender? Should it be the assistant, like the adult, or the parent, or should it be the leader?
It should be the adult or the parent.
Yeah, so the assistant. Awesome. Here, let's watch how this works. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back at you. All right, what do you think, Jackson? How does that look?
That looks pretty good.
So now, the best part of this entire thing, what we've all been waiting for, what is it?
Taste test.
All right, let's get it a spoon.
So the last step is to taste test our product before putting it in storage. Okay, let's go. Good.
Thanks for leading us today. It was a real pleasure. Do you want to show everybody what we put our applesauce in?
So we've stored it in an air tight container. It can be any airtight container. It doesn't have to be one exactly like this. And inside these little pouches that Heather can take to work.
Yeah, we could make them in little pouches so Heather can take them to work too, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, it's been a real pleasure, and we miss everybody, don't we, Jax?
Mm-hmm.
We are looking forward to being able to see everybody again when this big break is over, right?
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Thanks for joining in. We'll see you soon. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We made some applesauce today. Wasn't that fun?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
If you'd like to join us again for another recipe or video or anything, we'd love to hear some feedback. Make sure you liked it. So if you can get a hold of us on Facebook or Twitter or check us out on Instagram, we would love to hear from you. You can also just write us an email, and that would also be super awesome.
Okay.
Well, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and always wash your hands.
Bye.